Hey, this is D-1 before the biggest Hollywood night, the Oscar. So I'm going to predict who's going to win the Oscar. Let's start, right? Best Picture. My prediction is Coda. That's number one. But I think the big spoiler would come from The Power of the Dog and Dune. King Richard and Belfast could be a big surprise too. But I think it's Coda. I think with the big support from the PGA, Screen Actor Guilds, and Writers Guild, I think it's clear that Coda has a big chances in winning. And I think it's also going to be historic as well because I think with only three nominations and there's no directing nod, editing nod, less likely people don't find this is going to be a winner. But let's see, right? Moving on, Best Director, Jane Campion. I don't have any other argument. It's just Jane Campion, Jane Campion, and Jane Campion. Number three, Best Actress. This is actually the most ambitious and aggressive nomination. I think that Jessica Chastain will most likely win, but I think that Nicole Kidman could be a big surprise here. Now, this is just my hypothesis. I think the fact that Lucille Ball is a legendary figure, and I think Nicole Kidman is playing her, and the fact that it has three nominations, acting nominations, I think that's a huge deal. I think that shows support from the actor branch. So yeah, I see a lot of film Twitter suddenly predicting Penelope Cruz, which I think is a great performance, but I don't think that she has a shot though, aside from winning Venice Film Festival. But let's see, right? I think Chastain is a lot for me. Moving on, Best Actor, Will Smith. It's not even a question. It's just Will Smith. Best Supporting Actress, Ariana DeBose. Not even a question. It's just Ariana DeBose. Supporting Actor, Troy Kutzer. Kutzer? Yeah, I think Troy from Coda. Not even a question. So, Adapted Screenplay. Now, I was thinking that The Power of the Dog and The Lost Daughter could actually win. But if I want to predict Coda winning Best Picture all the way, I have to believe that it has all the love that it needs, which means, assuming that it only has three nominations, I'm assuming that voters, assuming they love this film so much, they would want to vote Coda in this category as well. So that's my rationale. Original screenplay, Belfast. Now, Belfast is not eligible in the Writers Guild Award, and Licorice Pizza, despite being eligible, did not win. But Don't Look Up win. Now, I understand that Writers Guild Award is only an award that was voted by the writers branch, and some people could still think that it's Paul Thomas Anderson's year. It's his 11th nomination, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that Belfast is just more beloved and more personal and intimate. So I'm going with Belfast. Although I don't concede the fact that Licorice Pizza could be a huge and wonderful surprise. Cinematography. A lot of people predicting Dune, but I'm not. I'm predicting The Power of the Dog because let's face it, it's 94 years already and we don't have female cinematographer winning this award. I want it to happen. So I'm thinking that this narrative will happen. So sorry for the noises, but I'm thinking that this narrative will work. So I'm predicting The Power of the Dog. Plus, I don't buy that the only award that The Power of the Dog wins is only directing. So I think that this category will most likely happen. Best costume design, Cruella, no questions. Best film editing, Dune. The second big surprise, and it's a nice surprise, could be also King Richard. You know, if this happens, there's a huge chance that King Richard could win also Best Picture all the way. But less likely, I think it's going to Dune. Best makeup and hairstyling, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, no questions. Production design. Now, this is tricky. A lot of people predicting Dune. It's Dune, it's Dune, it's Dune because it's very hard to craft a different universe with entirely different planets. To craft all of that, it's an achievement. But I think that Nightmare Alleys is weird and it's unique. It's Guillermo del Toro, and I think that assuming that it has more love to the degree that people wanted to be nominated in the Best Picture category. I think that some of the other category that it could win most likely will be in production design. So that's why I'm going with Nightmare Alley. Best score, Dune. The second biggest surprise is Encanto. I wish it happens. I love Encanto. And I think Jermaine will be the first Latina ever to win this category if it happens. So yes, please be a great surprise. But I won't also be disappointed if Hans Zimmer wins, right? It's June. Best song. Now, a lot of people really predict that, oh my God, it's just No Time to Die. It's just James Bond. It's legendary. It's like their tradition. But hey, I'm going with Encanto because I think that I wrote an article in Next Best Picture. You could just read it, but I'm going with Encanto on my gut. I think that the industry will love Lin Manuel Miranda more compared to newcomer Billie Eilish. So yeah, I'm going with that. But I'm not going to surprise if No Time to Die actually win. So, best sound, Dune, no question asks. Best visual effects, Dune, no question asks. Best animated feature, Encanto. Now, I think that this is also one of the most debated category, but I think that the PGA, the Golden Globe boost, I think that Encanto will most likely have this in the back. So yeah, I love Encanto. I think it's also a good representation in animation, right? I think Mitchell's versus the Machines, they're amazing, they're unique, but they're white, right? So I think that with the growing international members, I think they would want to vote for Encanto. Also, maybe this kind of argument will most likely also be applied in Flea. But I think that the animation in Flea is not as complex as in Encanto and the Mitchell. So that's why I'm going with Encanto. Don't get me started with Raya and the Last Dragon. I even don't want it to be here. I think this place should go to Bell. Mamoru Hosoda has been robbed, guys. Best documentary feature, Summer of Soul. Another big surprises might be Flea. Now, what is wrong with these noises? Just ignore that noise, right? Best international film, Drive My Car. Now, this is the only category that I think that it can win. I think it can win that screenplay, but chances are probably no. Animated short, Robin Robin. Documentary short, The Queen of Basketball. Please let it win. This is like the most heartbreaking film, documentary short that I've ever watched. And I don't watch all five of them. I just watched three. I even watched three songs of Benazir, but I see all the boost in this film. But I'm going with The Queen of Basketball. Best live action short is The Long Goodbye, but I just watched Please Hold, and I love Please Hold so much. I'm not going to surprise if Please Hold wins. I really hope that Please Hold wins. But yeah, those are my predictions. What are your predictions? Don't forget to join this fun by signing up to Gold B and predict whether or not we have a specialty to have 100% accuracy in the Oscar. Oh my God, noise! I'll see you around. Bye.